Bad. Can't hear nothing.
Really? Oh, this happened the other day. Hold on.
Hello? You sound Daleki. No, you're gone now. Hello?
Paul.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear me now, yeah?
Hello?
Paul.
Gone. You sound Daleki, bruv. Sound really bad. I can't hear anything.
Yo, Paul.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear, but you sound like Dalek. Really bad.
Hold on. Let me clear this.
You're echoing everything. Really bad.
What about now? No?
Hello?
How about now? Hello?
It sounds really bad, my friends. I can't hear anybody.
You can't hear me at all, no? Hold on. What
Can't hear
about
no
now?
one.
No? Hold on.
Hello.
Paul, anything?
Are we still here or?
Paul.
Mars?
Yo. Are you near your internet?
We need to sort out in there, so
It's really bad.
Oh, are you near your router?
You sound Daleki. I think you might have to re-engage.
Are you near your router?
No. Right, let me go near my router.
Because that might be a bit better.
All right, let me go near my router. I can hear you now.
Because when I was doing it with Nick, hello, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, wicked! I can hear you now as well. It's not so Daleki.
Yeah, because when I done one black market yesterday, and that was cool.
Okay, wicked. Now it's a little bit better now.
Right, that's cool.
I can hear you now.
Right. Got to big up this week's guest. Today's guest is the legendary, and I mean legendary, Paul Ibiza. Thanks for coming on, mate, and having this interview.
No problem, brother. No problem whatsoever.
So, where was you born and raised?
I was born and raised in a place called Haringey. In, I suppose, North London, Mudgery Hill, Haringey, all in the same area as Tottenham. But I'm more on Hornsey side.
Right, cool. Let's get on. Let's get on to this. So, what got you into the music side of things?
What brought me to the music side of things was my dad, really. He had a sound system called Billy the Clown, and I got the idea from him into the music business because if you understand black culture, when we have things called blues dances, or we know them as blues dances, you might know them as house parties, but back in the days we used to call blues dance because when my parents came in this country in the early, I'd say in the 60s and early 50s, you understand there was no clubs for them, so they had to form their own entertainment, and that's how I got into the music business.
Nice. So, like, you know, we chatted earlier. So, going from then, like going into thingy. So, what made you get on the actual scene?
Well, what happened was, like I said earlier, when I saw my dad doing blues dances at an early age as a kid, and I see him charging at the door and making money, then I realized this is how the community was making money, by having these sort of cool dances in their houses. And that's why back then you had so many sound systems doing that in North London, also in South as well. wherever there's a black community, there was always a sound system, and they're always having parties in people's house, and they'll take out the furniture, put it in the garden. Then you've got a blues dance, you charge at the door, you make your money, and so on and so on. So as I got older now, I emulate him and done soul dance on the same onto the same thing. And so they've done the soul parties. We were doing the soul parties. We had the sound system in. We charge at the door. We sell our drinks, and that's how we was making our money. And that's how you got people like Paul Anderson and the soul boys, the early soul boys. You know, back in the days.
I've got R.I.P. Paul Trouble Anderson.
That's right. We have to say R.I.P. to Paul Anderson because he's the foundation of this whole thing as well. So yeah, definitely. And Tony, who passed away, who does Soul to Soul. I mean, not Soul to Soul. We Love Soul. Sorry. And Tony, he was his dancer. Paul Anderson and Tony. I forgot Tony. We used to call him Yardy. That's his nickname. But Tony as well. Paul and Tony used to dance together. Used to dance for Soul to Soul. And, you know, that was all the soul era. We always, you know, all involved in all them things back in the days.
I didn't realise, just touching on the subject, I didn't realise that Paul Trouble Anderson was in the video for IOU.
Pardon?
I didn't realise Paul Trouble Anderson was in the video to IOU.
Yes. Yes, that's right. That's right. Back in the days.
Right, so you know, what made you then like starting up like Ibiza and Limited E and stuff, Jungle Smash?
Well, that came about due to the rave game. I mean, I can explain to you, like I said earlier on the phone to you earlier. That came about due to after the riot. After the riot in Tottenham, we had and you know it crippled the soul parties. So there was no more soul parties, there was no more reggae parties, and suddenly this new thing was thrown in the horizon. After the riot, we had nothing to do. So suddenly there was this acid thing on the horizon, and we started getting involved in the acid parties back in the days, in '88, early '88. And we haven't turned back since. Me and my brother Top Buzz. A lot of people don't know that me and my brother Top Buzz, we're brothers. So a lot of people don't know where we're coming from, and that's how we got into the game.
So, right, I'm going to ask you a question, and we'll see how this.
I can't hear you. Can you talk a little louder? You've gone faint.
I've gone a bit crazy again.
Yeah, it's gone quiet. You've gone quiet. You was quite loud earlier.
Yeah, I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, it's gone. You're right now. Well, you're not. I can't hear you.
What about now?
You've gone quiet again. I've turned up my volume. It's your end. You was quite loud earlier.
I'm going to just switch. I'm going to switch it back up to the internet again from my phone.
Yeah, go on then. I can't hear you.
What about now, Paul?
Yeah, it's too quiet. What's going on, man?
It was working earlier. Hold on, Paul. Are you back now, Paul?
That's good. You're back. I can hear you now.
Right, that's cool. Okay. So do you think that North London made jungle?
Yes, definitely. Oh, definitely. There's no two ways about it. It came from, I mean, the terminology jungle, a lot of people don't understand that the terminology jungle is a Jamaican, it's a Jamaican political party back in the days, PMP. If you don't understand Jamaica, you won't understand what's really going on. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's a Jamaican party. It came from Broadwater Farm. That was called that was our main hub in North London, called Broadwater Farm. We used to call it Junglist because it was a concrete jungle, and it's a political party that came from a place in Jamaica. You had Rima and you had Jungle, and that political party actually came over into Broadwater Farm, and that's the word where jungle actually came from, the word jungle. But in the musical terms, with Mad P and ourselves coming from Broadwater Farm, we just implement that in our music.
So it was you that I think that I saw the interview that brought the actual genre, jungle techno.
That's right. Through my brother, basically, because Top Buzz and us, we was making beats. At first it was 4/4, making more hardcore, really. So the early Ibiza stuff, if you listen to it, it's all 4/4. The early hardcore sounds. And then we started bringing in the reggae influence, and then we started using jungle techno. We came up with jungle techno because we started to slow down with the 4/4 and start coming with the breaks. But yeah, we terminated jungle because it came off the back of Duke Wellington, people like James Brown, Jungle Groove, Jungle Brothers. So it's like, yeah, we were sampling their music, basically, the Americans. Like, we could see the jungle written all over the place. So yeah, we just took on the baton and continued with the baton. In London, or in England, I should say.
Well, see, like I see, because like the first jungle channel I bought was Limited E Buzz.
Yes.
That's the first tune I heard. Bought.
All right, that was the first one you bought. Was that a Limited E? Yeah.
That was on Limited E.
Yeah. Well, that's the Limited E is a sub label of Ibiza Records. So, and that label was like I knew that the new sound that was coming out of Ibiza, and I kept it on the E label because Potential Bad Boy was sort of running that label. He's like doing all these experiments. He was so advanced with Chris at the time, and I didn't have to play. Chris is so advanced, I need to make a label for you. So I made the E label for him, really, and he was coming out with all these experiments. So as he started to understand what he was doing, he was just banging out stuff. I couldn't stop him. He was just banging out stuff.
Mate, there was so much stuff on that label that I was just like, I didn't know whether I was coming or going. But you know what? You know what caught my eye, didn't you?
What's that?
The E from the Express Dairies.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I done that is because at the particular time, yes, it was Eve driven, a lot of E's about at the time. It's all new, everybody. So I picked that from that E, that milk thing. I told but it's called limited edition, really. But people said the E label, but it was the limited edition. That's what it was all about. That was a bit of a marketing ploy.
You need to go to Express Dairies and get some money off of me.
Get some money. That's right. I remember, I don't know if you remember the advert with the milk with the cat and the straw going into the licking the milk. You remember that advert? Yeah. Now you gotta be around back then to understand the E label is all about the milk. You gotta understand that.
So, like for me, like when I hear there's quite a few people that come out of Tottenham that made jungle. So looking at the real big labels, so you got yourselves, you got Kemet, you got the Kemet, you got the Kemet boys, and me and Kemet sharing the same engineer. That's why we're tight in the song because of James. James knows Mark, but also James knows me, and we sort of shared. James worked for me, doing a little work for me under the word Noise Factory, and also he done a bit of work for Kemet when he done his third party label. That's why it's all tight with us because we both share the same engineer, sort of thing. And Music House is part of our clique, so the whole North London is sort of, we're sort of rubbing shoulders together, basically. So you got the Kemet, you got the Conga Nutty. Who else has come out of North London? You know what I mean? You got Top Buzz as well. So it's all rubbing shoulders, me and Conga Nutty and Mark, and even Terry. I can't forget Terry. You can't forget Terry Wisdom. You can't forget Neil from Redskins. These are the people that we're all family. We all was working in each other's camp. So everybody knew the formula. That's why it is the way it is today. Yeah, I mean, like, I know you we sort of had Shut Up and Dance prior to that because they're
yes.
didn't they?
Yes, there was Shut Up and Dance. To me, I first heard the Rugger Twins. Was it 49? 49 Cool Fool. They got a track, well-known track. I had a little bit of Rugger sample with them on it. Hooligan 49 or Hooligan 46. I can't remember what it is.
69.
Yeah, Hooligan 69, that's it. That's when the Rugger Twins, that's when I first heard the Rugger with Shop and Dance. But the first Rugger sample stuff I really heard wasn't on Shop and Dance. It was on R&S Records from Germany. Jerry Belcham, My Champion Sound. That's what gave me the idea. So look, I can hear Rugger samples being used in this hardcore sound, this Champion Sound, and that sort of put a light bulb in my head. I went, what? I got loads of them. I went home. And then also, I mean, that's what we did, and we also brought the dub plate to the Seeker. When I went on I used to go play a store called the Crazy Club back in the days.
Yeah, I remember that.
At Astoria, and I'm not going to name the DJ. I don't want to embarrass him. There was a DJ well known on the circuit, and I don't want to embarrass him. I came up with this dub plate, and I give it to him. He goes, "What's that?" I goes, "The dub plate, bruv." And he asked me, "What's a dub plate?" I said, "Oh, it's an acetate. You know what acetate is?" He goes, "No." Anyway, just play the thing. And he played it, and it was a bit cut too low. And I was right, I need to go back to the lab and get it sorted out. And that's when I brought the dub plates to him. This is why everybody knows Music House and JTS, because I was sending dubs to everyone through my. I still got the book to this day, the mail out book to this day from 88, 89. I got Groove Rider. I got all the old DJs in that book, and I still got that book to this day. I got their addresses.
Wow, man.
Down to Colin Dell, Colin Favor. I got all the old boys, mainly the old boys, not the news ones I got today because they didn't know about the dub plates, but the older heads like Groove Rider, like I said, Colin Dell, Colin Favor, Nicky Price. These are the guys I know back in the days. And as you know, everybody's got into house music, and Groove Rider and a certain other boys stuck to the hardcore scene. Slip Matt as well. He's in my books. Rat Pack's in my books. I've got loads of people in my books.
It's proper crazy, because like I was speaking to Black Market yesterday, and he was sort of saying the same thing, like, you know what I mean?
Why? See, the one thing about Black Market is they came late with me, because I knew City Sounds. Ray Keith was working at City Sounds back in the day. So, yeah, Holborn. That's why I know Ray Keith from. And Black Market wasn't really. Black Market was more of a house place. It wasn't really known for hardcore at that time, because I never went there. I went to City Sound and drop off my product. I never hardly went to Black Market Record, because they were more house at that particular time. It's only when Nicky bought the shop. And then that's when Nicky Black Market came along. Reiki said he's leaving City Sound to go to Black Market. Oh, well, why is that? He got they opened up an underground shop downstairs in the basement. I go, okay. And that's when I went over and met Nicky, and Reiki was working there, and I started supplying them with my tunes. That's how I got to know Nicky. That's how I got to know Nicky Black Market. But he went there when I was there in the early days.
He said the same thing. It was mainly house there, and he said that, because I remember when it was upstairs, because I used to go down.
Right. It was all house. It was all house. It wasn't really stuff. Housey, more housey then.
I'll tell you where I bought a Limited E from as well. First place I bought it from was Zoom in Camden, above Red or Dead.
Yeah, you would do, because I know them boys in Zoom. I knew them as well. I back in the days, I used to drive around my BM and drop tunes. Any shops in North London, I wouldn't give it to the distributor, because it's my shops. I thought they could, so they're my banks. I had Haringey, Nicky Holloway on Haringey, Music Power. I had Zoom, like you said, in Camden. I had places down in Kilburn. I had a place down in the city. I have a dance floor in Streatham. Martin in Streatham dance floor in Streatham back in the days. And he's the one that brought in the hardcore from Germany.
Wow.
Now he brought all the stuff in. All that hardcore stuff you got coming in from Germany back in the days were coming from this guy called Martin from Streatham. He was actually driving over to Germany every Thursday in his van, picking up the stuff and bringing it over, and then driving around to all these independent record shops. And that's how you lot was getting the hardcore from Germany.
So we sort of got the Germans to Frankfurt, like Joey Beltram and people like that.
That's right, all that hard sound, them sounds, them sort of hard sound, that black box, I call it the black box sound, that Belgian that industrial sound came from Germany. Didn't come over here. We just sampled the damn shit out of it. And I mean, I used to go to the dance floor fairly early on the Thursday just to get to see what's coming in from Germany, so I can sample the sound before the sounds. Everybody get to hear the sounds, and that's how my Ibiza had that industrial sound. And funny enough, after a while, when we start to dominate the English market, the hardcore scene start to dominate the record scene, and push out the German. Mr. Music Man, he was called at the time, drove over in his BMW or his Porsche at the time, and started to see what the scene was doing. You know what he did in the end? He started buying all our stuff and sampling our stuff and then repackaging it and sending it back to us. So it was a weird thing behind the scene. It was weird. It was really weird that we were sampling them, and then we started to dominate, and then now they were sampling us. And I was phoning them up and moaning, why are you sampling my stuff? Oh, it's not me, it's not me, it's not my studio. Someone done it in my studio, but you got all my name, all the breaks, all the chops, it's in your tunes, and it came from here. You nicked it from us. So that's how the Germans got involved with what we were doing and how we sort of dominate the Germans.
It's funny how it evolves.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yes.
And you know what? It's good how it evolves. It's good how the music evolves around.
Yeah, it helps, doesn't it? It helps. I mean, at the end of the day, come on, we never had a city. It's good that we've got some of our own, and I really appreciate it. I'm proud to be British, and at the same time, I'm glad we've got something of our own. And been having this dance scene, this rave culture, this the record business as well. It's all British, producers and British ideas, motor culture, motor melting pot. And come up with this beautiful music we got today.
And you know what? I think it's brought a lot of like black and white together, where there was a lot of racism back in the day.
Well, back in the day, I'm glad you're touching on that, because that's what Jungle done. It broke down all that barriers. We come from an area like Tottenham, and after the riot, the racial riot from Tottenham, the way we're getting treated by the police and the social aspect of it all, it was really bad at that time. But the music industry or the music scene changed all that. We started sitting on. I started to mix with white people. I wasn't mixing with white people at that time. So for me to mix with white people and see they're all right, need a bunch of NF for a change. Not getting chased down the street by an NF, but at the same time meeting somebody who's not from that and understand where they're coming from. It was an eye opener. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it's broke down a lot of. It did break that. It has broke down a lot of barriers, and you know what?
It did. The ease as well, the drugs as well. The drugs done it, and the ease, and it broke down all that social barrier. It broke it down and made us like all mixed together. And I think the government didn't like that. They didn't like all mixing and doing things. I don't think they like that. And it's it's a shame that sometimes where we are today, as you can see today with George Floyd and what's going on right now, the Black Lives Matter thing, it's a shame, but it's been going on for years. There's nothing new. It's nothing new that we all don't know, but it's been here for years. It's just like suddenly now it's been highlighted.
You know what? I'm glad they called Jungle a movement.
Yes, it was. And it was a good movement as well. Until the hierarchy didn't like the vibe of it and broke it down. Jungle was a strong movement. 91, 92. I mean, a lot of people think Jungle was 94, but I'm telling you, Jungle was 90 bloody one. And from 91, 92, 93, it's been developing from 91 to 92 to 93 to 94. And it highlighted in 94, but it's still going to this day because I've never stopped promoting Jungle, but this is where I'm from.
So do you think Jungle's just as strong as it was back then as it is today?
It's even better. It's even better. Even though it was more, Jungle was back. I mean, it was 94. It was good. It was strong, but it was still at its infancy. I think it ripe too early. That's my personal view. I think Jungle ripe too early, but I don't think it was us ripening it. I think it was the industry doing it. It was more for the industry. Every time they see something, they don't want to make nothing past them. So they jumped in it a little bit too early, and I think they messed it up because a lot of people egos start coming in, and when you start getting money coming into the thing, the whole game changes. It's no longer for the love, you're doing it for the money, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You know what? I've got to pick up. I think I missed that one label out, MB.
Yeah, MB can't. Come on. You can't. MB and his dad. I know his dad very, very well. Embiid's dad, and I never want look. We genuinely leave it, and Embiid himself and Juno, his dad. I know Embiid lady, but he was. I mean, he brought in the more. He was more on the rugged tip more than I was. I was more on the hardcore tip, more raving. But they were more. And look what came out of it. You got to the league with number 1, number 50 in the national chart. You can't get better than that.
Well, no, you can't, man. To say like that hit the chart, didn't it?
So the whole thing, jungle is a good thing. It's like I say treasure jungle, treasure the thing because it's like your hip hop. It's like your hip hop. Like America's got their hip hop, and Jamaica's got their reggae, and England's got their jungle and their drum and bass. We're proud of what we got. We started something from scratch, and we got something. Now, what England on the whole, what music would we be listening if we didn't have this music right now? What sort of dance would we be listening to? What would we be listening to? God knows what we would be listening to at the time. I don't know. But we shaped it. We shaped the scene. We shaped the whole culture of it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's worldwide. It's everywhere.
It is, and I'm proud. I'm really proud to know that. I'm still selling records today. I was selling records back in '91, and we're 2020, and I'm still selling jungle. And it's the old stuff I'm selling. They don't want people the old stuff, the authentic jungle, the original sound. They don't want the new stuff because it hasn't got that authentic sound. It hasn't. It will never have because the old 950 ain't. No one's using 950 samplers anymore. I mean, no one's using the old analog system anymore. They all moved to the computers. But now, what people are doing, they're trying to find the old analog computers, the old Cubase, the old Atari, the old 950, the old keyboards, and trying to piece it up and trying to make that old sound jungle with the 64-bit. That's what everybody's doing right now because that's the sound of jungle, not what you're hearing now.
True, mate. Listen, right, I'm going to go on to Jungle Splash.
Right, okay.
Let's talk about Jungle Splash.
Right. Well, Jungle Splash is my little baby. When a Jungle Splash is like the back, you might just say Fantastic Ibiza. It's the same rave concept because remember I started off as a rave, Fantastic Ibiza back in the days, and all I've done is just change. I've been doing rave from '88, so it was Fantastic Ibiza. Then I changed the name to Jungle Ibiza. Then I changed it to Jungle Techno in '93, and then I changed it and I give it. You know what? Jungle Splash in '94.
It went off, didn't it, in a big way?
Oh yeah, it definitely went off, all right. And it captured the youth. Them, it caught the younger. I wasn't billing it for the older heads. It was more for the youngsters. I wanted to give the blacks something. You know what? I wanted to give the inner city and the blacks something. At that particular time, they had nothing. They had no rave, no culture, nothing. All the raves were big boy raves, and the kids weren't going to the big boys. They needed something for themselves, and that's where Jungle Splash came about.
I mean, like I never actually got to one because, like, I probably me being para as I am,
right.
I wouldn't venture into areas as I'm one of these paracats, but I did. I went to Roll Express once, I think.
Yeah, that was not too bad. I know you mean when you say bad, like I said, in the inner city and the outside London is about what's going on.
I mean, I'm from Edgware, so I'm from northwest London, so I'm down the road from North.
That's fine. There's nothing down there, man. Edgware. There's nothing down there, man. There's always like
exactly.
Or Astoria, or nothing around the Wembley side, nothing around the them side. There was hardly anything down. I done a rave down there once in a big area, but there's nothing. There was no club base on that side of town for some reason.
You know why? Because it's all fields.
Oh, is that right? Is that what it is? Yeah. I would say not your town sort of thing. Okay, I get you.
It's one of those weird ones. It's one of those weird ones when someone's like, "Where's Edgware? Is that the posh area?" And I was like, "Ain't too posh, but still, you know what I mean."
But it's okay, yeah.
Your support?
No, that's a phone. No, I say it's okay. There was a nice town there, basically.
Yeah, it's all right. Blame come from there. The artist Blame. He's from there, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. It's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really care. I mean, London is London. We're all in one big melting pot. We're all trying to
That's
go
it.
forward. So at the end of the day, I don't care where you're from, you know, and just come and enjoy the music and just honor the people behind it. That's all I ask for everybody. Just honor it.
I'm gonna touch down on your brother Mad P for a second. So he was part of Top Buzz. Who was in Top Buzz?
There was Mikey and Jason K and my brother. Like I said the other day, but I told you earlier, two blacks on the bubble, as they call two blacks on the bubble. So there was Mikey B from the Dream Team, as you know, Patrick, my mad brother, Mad P, and Jason K from Southgate.
I remember your brother Mad P, and I've still got a tape here, and I'm not sure what station it was on. And they said he'd come in, look, he had this top on, he like, you look like a I'll try and rate the tape out. They said, you look like a biscuit, the jacket he wears. You look like a club. I was like, live on air. I was just
live on air, did he say?
I can't remember what station was on, and I was like, who are these guys, man? They're crazy. And it must have been Jason, and it must have been.
That's what I'm saying. London had that energy that we had it. Especially Top Buzz, because man, I mean, Top Buzz and them guys. The reason why Ibiza grew so quick, I keep telling everybody, there was a plan process going on, and no one knew that Patrick was doing what he was doing. And I said to myself, right, the label was, when Patrick started out Top Buzz, the Ibiza Records started at the same time. When we knew what we was doing and sort ourselves out, me and James at the time, we started making dub plates perfectly for Top Buzz. And they got all our tunes, like I said in the interviews before. Top Buzz has got all our early Ibiza stuff. Dub plate or non-dub plate. They got all the early, and they broke Ibiza. They made Ibiza one of the well-known brands up in the Midlands because of them.
There was, like, when I look back on some of the tunes, like on Ibiza, like X-Rated, Wheel the Bass, Bad Girl, like there's some fantastic tunes on that label, mate.
Yes, that's right. And it's because of Top Buzz. It's because of Top Buzz. I mean, most DJs, whatever they play, the DJs want to know what they're playing. So I'll get a phone call from DJ, oh, that tune what your brother played, can I have one? Oh, that tune what Top Buzz played, can I have one? That's what I was getting all the time. They were following me all the time. And me and Patrick sat down and we planned all this. That's why Patrick came out with Blood Clot Jungle Techno in the field. You know, it was a plan. It wasn't something we just made that. It was planned from day one what we were going to do. We wanted something for ourselves, and we planned it, and that's why we got what we got today.
Am I wrong in asking this? Did you opened your own record shop, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I beat record shop on Kingston High Road in Dalston.
Right. Yeah.
I opened that in late '93, going into '94, and it stayed open for like 2 years.
Right. Have you got any new stuff coming out?
Well, at the moment, what we're doing, I've got new stuff. What I've done, to be honest with you, I got Sky Juice, who's off the label, and what I want him to do lately, I don't want new stuff. I want him to recreate back the old stuff again, but in these times. So we're gonna recreate new stuff, but we're gonna keep it with the old flavor. I've got quite a few bits like that now, but you wouldn't know if it's made. If I played to you now, you'd say to yourself, was that made in '94? Was that made now? You wouldn't really notice the difference.
Right.
That's the buzz I'm on at the moment. We're keeping that. I'm keeping that original sound. I don't want to veer off, because the sound of the jungle, what I'm hearing, and what I'm hearing, it's all good. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but it's not my invention. It's somebody else's, and I don't follow other people. So I find that we're gonna make jungle again, but we're gonna make it our way. But we've grown up. We're not gonna follow what I'm hearing.
I get you.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? I don't listen to jungle. I won't listen. I know what's going on around. I'm not stupid. I can hear what's going on. I run jungle splats. I know what DJ does what. I know, the Kenny Kens, the Nicky Black Market. But I always tell them when I come to my radio, I'm old school jungle. I don't really want the new stuff. But the kids don't know. You're playing all this new stuff, but the kids don't know. And I really want to make sure the kids know the history of jungle. That's why I say, please, can you play me on old set?
And you know what?
Modernize that. That's me. Modernize. I'd rather you stick to that. modernize that jungle, bring it forward, then trying to modernize this new jungle. What I don't class it as jungle. I can't hear it. I can't hear the jungle. That's what I keep saying. A lot of people, I can't hear the jungle. I don't know about you, but I can't hear it. It's not about breaks. There's a trick to jungle. It's not about breaks. I can't hear jungle in certain tunes.
I think a lot of people are repressing a lot of old stuff again.
That's right. And that's what I'm doing as well. The Ibiza cool. Like I said earlier, when you asked me earlier, is jungle thought it is still powerful. We still sell units, not only in England, across the globe. My wife is so busy. She's always down the post office. She's always sending things, always to Canada, Thailand. There's places in Australia, America, Japan. We're still selling vinyl to this day around the globe. And you know, little countries I've never heard of.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the website because I need a copy of Work the Box.
No problem, man. I think going there because I've got a feeling that we're selling out of that one. So it's on the E label. It's called Work the Box. It's Let's Go, right? So grab it. Yeah, let's grab it because they Work the Box. I got to Work the Box. It's Let's Go. Work the Box. It's Let's Go. The track you always.
Let's go.
And I got that on there, so you grab it while you can.
Right, and listen, I'm going to wrap up in a minute, Paul. Yeah, what I'm going to say, listen, when the Jungle Splash is going to, the Jungle Splash is going to happen again, isn't it? I see you postponed it.
We got one on January the 17th back at Tottenham because of the COVID. We had to cancel the previous one and cancel the one after, but I'm not giving up the fight. We've got a next one in January the 17th.
Like what I'm going to do for you, because you come on, if you send us a link, we're going to put it on the website for you.
No problem, brother. As soon as I get there, as soon as I get a new flyer, I got your link here. I'll drop it in your box. You do your thing.
Thank you ever so much, mate.
No problem, brother. Thank you.
No. You know that we do this for all the people that come on. Like you've taken the time to come on it, which we really appreciate. Just to give a lesson in to people who doesn't know about things. Thanks for your time. Send us that link.
Long and short and brief, but I hope it clears up a few things in people's minds. So, what's the real sound of the jungle and where it's coming from? And so, I hope it clears things up because, like I said, a lot of people don't really know. And what you're doing, I do appreciate it because you need to clear it up. Let people know the history of jungle because it's yours. It's your history, man. If you're gonna get into this music business, you're sitting on gold right now. We got our own hip hop boys. You got your own hip hop stars. You got your own hip hop. You got your own stars in your own back garden. You don't even know it. And people need to know this.
Right, yes, true. Right, Paul, mate. Thanks for coming on. Much obliged, man.
Problem.
Send us that link. Send us that link for that date, and we'll get it thrown up for you. Yeah.
No problem. All right. Thank you for having me on, and have a good day. And thank you for everybody listening. And what can I say? Keep jungle alive.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you so much.
You take care. Bye now.
Bye.